Silver bullet trade. Can it make money? Have you watched loads of videos on YouTube about this famous silver bullet trading strategy from ICT? Well, I have done one or two videos here on the silver bullet. Check them out if you haven't done so already. But this is just an example, a live example from today. A silver bullet, 1 minute chart. They are not always there every day, in my opinion. I only try to pick the best one. So this is a good one that I'm after picking today. It is the 12th of October. It is a Thursday, beautiful day of the week. And between 8 and 9 a.m. here in Ireland is a wonderful time of the day and day of the week to look for silver bullets on a beautiful market, the euro dollar. So let's have a look at the chart. This is a 15-minute chart of the 6E futures. That's the euro dollar. It's the same as the EURUSD, guys. It's just a futures market that I'm trading here today. Now, what are we looking at? I've marked up on this 15-minute chart this very obvious buy side level here. Okay, price had a huge move up into that level previously and rejected very heavily. And price has then come up here, popped its head up above, had what we call a liquidity sweep. All the buy stop orders that would be above the market there have been absorbed and sold into, and prices pulled back in here and rejected away. So I'm already short at this level up here, looking for price to move down, get about 20 pips on the trade and be done. Keeping it nice and simple, one trade. Where did I get into the trade? Where's the silver bullet? Well, what is a silver bullet? And this is where I think a lot of people are getting confused. A silver bullet is simply a trade between a specific hour of the day, in this case between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. New York time is when I look for a silver bullet. I don't like calling it a silver bullet really, but when I look for my trade, but let's call it the silver bullet. So between 3 and 4 a.m. New York time, we look for this silver bullet trade, and we like to find a fair value gap and a move in the direction of where we believe the sell side or the opposing liquidity to be. So if this is the buy side level up here and it's broken, where's the drawn liquidity? Where's price want to go then? It'll want to go to the opposite, so swing lows. So here's like a sell side level here. See these, just kind of multiple swing lows here. So price will want to go there. Final destination, if we're lucky, it might want to go all the way down to this swing low down here, this sell side level. Okay, but we don't need to target all the way down there in our trade to be profitable. So let's zoom in here a little bit more and see, okay, where is this fair value gap? Where is this entry? So we'll go at the 1 minute chart. Okay, here was this morning. That is that level we spoke about, the buy side level, that big dark green line there. This vertical line, which is quite important, I'll make it a bit more bold, is 3 a.m. This is the time of the day after which I look for a trade. Okay, price moved up strongly, took out all this liquidity up here. On the 1 minute chart, price moved down. Let's look at the structure here. Price was moving up from this point low to this high. We pulled back. We moved up to this high here. We pulled back. We couldn't make a new high. So price came down here and broke structure. Okay. Price moved up. Where did it move up to? There was a fair value gap here. So let me zoom in. If you look closely, there was a fair value gap between this candle's low and this candle's high. Right there. But this fair value gap was before 8 a.m. So I don't take an entry before 8 a.m. So I wait. And what happened? We moved a little bit lower. We moved lower again at 8 a.m. exactly. So when the price came up here into this fair value gap, it tapped it again. Price kind of rejected from there, and then I went short. That's it. There was a fair value gap there. I didn't go short in the fair value gap, that one. But if you look really closely, and I delete that, this is why you need really good vision, guys. You zoom right in there. Look at that. 1 minute fair value gap after 8 a.m. Price tapped up into it. Okay. Rejected, started moving lower. I sold short. I got 1.5 pips of drawdown. My stop loss is currently above the highs here. And I'm just letting the trade ride down. So as the trade goes lower, this is a short trade. In a short trade, when you sell short and a trade moves lower, you're making profit. Your money, you're making profit as the trade goes lower. And that's all a silver bullet is. It's a fair value gap in the direction where you believe price to go. So I believe price is going lower. Why? Because there was a market structure shift prior to that. So some people are taking these silver bullets without thinking about what's happened before the silver bullet. Has there been a market structure shift? Has it been at a very important area or level? You know, if not, it's a no trade for me. So I don't trade every day. If you like these kind of videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Check out awakefx.com, my website, if you're interested in learning more about how I can help you with your trading. Let's see how this plays out anyway. We're moving lower here. Let's jump to a 5-minute chart. So this is a 5-minute chart. So what has happened on the 5-minute? Well, also there has been a market structure shift. Where? So remember, this vertical line is 8 a.m. So price from this low went to this high, and then we broke. We broke this low here. Price was moving up prior to that. So we had this kind of an uptrend happening here prior. Okay. And then price made this high just before 8 a.m. and then we had this strong break here. So now we've broken structure, not on a 1-minute, but on a 5-minute chart. After we broke structure, there's another opportunity to enter. Here's another silver bullet. A 5-minute silver bullet. Let's call this a 5-minute silver bullet, and what I took earlier on, a 1-minute silver bullet. After price broke structure, there, on this candle, what happened? We made a fair value gap. What happened after that? Price moved up and tapped into it. Is that a coincidence or is it magic? I don't know. Call it whatever you want. Some people go short here. I didn't add to my position there. Personally speaking, I just didn't want to. I have my trade on here. I'm happy with this trade. So I'm looking for price to move lower. Price is moving lower. I'm looking to get out down here. Here's my trading platform. So you can see this is simulated trading as an example. This is not trading advice or financial advice. Do your own due diligence. So I recommend if you are going to trade on a demo or practice account before committing live funds. So you can see here we're up about $380 at this point. I'm looking to make about 700 or so on this trade once we move a little bit lower here. And stop loss is above the high. And that's it. Keeping it nice and simple, guys. So let's see how this trade plays out. As you can see here, guys, price moving nicely lower. We are up about $475. We can see our take profit down here below. That's the 3 contracts to exit this trade. At this point here, I'm happy to move my stop loss down to break even. So there's no risk in the table. So here's my stop loss order above market. We drag that down. So it's at break even. So my stop loss is at 1.06620, which is this line here between the pink and the red. The pink and the green. Just at that level there. That's our stop loss. So there's no risk on this trade. It's just about it either hits my stop loss or it hits my target. So as you can see, guys, we've just dipped into this sell side level here. So let's just have a quick look at that here. So there is multiple lows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 multiple lows. We kind of dipped in there. This could cause like a pullback here higher before potentially moving lower. Many traders would just exit here. Personally, I'm happy to hold this here for a move lower. So what you can see here, prices kind of moved down, right? And tapped into the sell side here. Okay, so that's a good exit location for a trade. The sell side here. I am looking for a little bit more in this one. Okay, I have a belief that it's going to go down a little bit further down here based on my analysis. As you can see, there was no major pullback in this whole move down. So we could have a pullback. So here we go, guys. Price moving lower here. We're up about 490. Our target's within reach. Come on, drop, drop. I do see a 5-minute fair value gap over here on the left. Just here. That could be a good exit point as well. So I've added one contract here at this retracement, and my stop loss is still at break even after doing that. Okay, so it's a technique I use to add to trades on retracements. So as you can see, there's no risk on the table. Still targeting this move lower. I'll take 2 contracts off once we break the lows here, and a further 2 contracts off if we can spike down a little bit lower below market. That's the plan of action. So we're 6 pips away from taking off half this trade. Time is 4:41 in New York. That's 9:41 here in Ireland. So even when you're in a trade, guys, you can be learning. You can be looking at fair value gaps. You can be looking at the price action even while you're in a trade. So although it seems boring to watch a trade, it's like watching paint dry. You know, you can be learning while you're looking at the charts. So we're just coming in towards this low. Looks like we're going to break at the low. Can we push through and get filled, if you see here on the left? Go on. Spike down there, you know where you want to. So that's a double low. So it came down exactly to 1.06480, which is this price level here on the left. So price has literally bounced off the equal lows here, which is unfortunate. I was literally half a tick below there to get exit the trade. But she's moved right up in here to fill in that 5-minute fair value gap. So anybody who would have trailed or stop loss down maybe above these candles highs would be stopped there. Okay, this is a very aggressive candle. We might get stopped out here above these highs. But even if we do, we still bank just over $200 anyway. We're just giving the trade a little bit more room here to breathe. Keeping cool and calm, guys. No matter what happens, we're going to make money. It's only one trade of your career amongst many hundreds and hundreds of trades. So never feel like in one trade your life depends on it, because it doesn't. I'm going to put my stop loss above this high here, the high of that very large bullish outside candle. So that would lock in 1.06545. 6545. 6540. Going to move it down to 1.06540. So we either make $306 if it stops us above these highs, or we may get our continuation, protecting our capital here. Price is moving very, very slow. Very slow at the moment. Usually I don't trail this much. Price usually kind of goes to target or doesn't, but price has been quite slow today. I think the reason for that, there's going to be core PPI. There's a lot of news coming out later on today in the US news. Core PPI, unemployment claims, so there will be a lot of volatility later on today. So we might get stopped just here, but it'd be good. This will make a good trade video. You can see here, boom.
Stop filled.
Okay, so we're filled on that trade there. Stop hit. We bank some profits. Not much. Not much. 306.25, $285 after commission. And we got out just here after our move down. Okay, there's one for you guys. A little bit of trade management, protecting capital, letting the trade run potentially to target. This could reverse and move all the way up here. So I'll wait until more price action has happened here and just put that in at the end of the video as well. Right, guys, so it's still the same day, the 12th of October. It's 5 hours later. It's 4 p.m. here in Ireland. And I'm going to do a bar replay of what happened. So as you know, I just got stopped out here. I made somewhere over $200 and something on the trade. So we locked in some profit. I did move my stop down to break even. Then I moved it to this high here. Then I moved it down a little bit lower. But I'm kicking myself now because I should have just left my stop at break even and just let it run to my 2-hour target. So I learned a lesson. And so let's move forward here and see what happened afterwards. So as you can see, price moved and went all the way to target here. So move down all the way down to this target here where I initially had mentioned. And if I zoom out, after the CPI data came out, boom, we had a huge move down all the way down to what we marked as sell side, all the way down here. And price continued falling and falling and falling. This is one of the biggest drops I've ever seen. Now, if I had have held that trade till the end of the day, till now, a few hours, it's like a 10-hour trade, but you know, they don't happen every day, and it's often very difficult to hold such a trade. But anyway, I should have left it really just at the 2-hour to get out and trust my analysis there. I moved that second stop loss too fast. Usually I don't really move stop losses, but price is moving extremely slow in here, unusually slow from my observations. Hence why I kind of moved my stop down. Still made profit on the trade, but you know, it was about 1 hour instead of 2 hour. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope that was educational for you. It just goes to show that if you are trailing your stop, you don't want to be trailing too tight. Price can sometimes, as you can see in here, if you look at the 5-minute chart, price can, if you try to put your stop loss above highs, price can just tap in just by a pip or two and then move lower. You know, so I should have really left my stop at break even. But anyway, it's a learning for me, a learning for you. And thanks very much for watching. If you enjoy the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll chat to you all soon. See you guys. Bye-bye.